Yo, what's going on? Young City 5 coming back at you with another gun review. Alright. So, I'm excited about this gun review because not only it's my first AK-47, but it is my first AK-47 pistol. And yes, it is an AK-47 pistol. Alright. The reason why it's a pistol is because it's short barreled and it doesn't have a stock. Alright. So since the barrel is so short, basically, it's not considered a rifle. All right. So to basically turn this thing into a rifle, of course, you're gonna have to pay the $200 tax stamp and register this as an SBR, and that way you can put a stock on it. Me personally, I like the fold-away stock, the Chinese stock. That's just me. All right. What you see here is not completely what you get. This comes with the firearm, okay? This one didn't. I actually ordered this and it came before my firearm, so as soon as this came in, I was just like, I'm swapping this damn thing out and putting this on, all right? This is actually a lot thicker than this, you know? This is just regular, like, feels like polymer or something like that. This is like a harder plastic. And it's durable, all right? So, I ended up putting this on. Comes with a magazine, full magazine. This is not standard, all right? I got it from AtlanticFirearms.com. Got it for a decent price, and they included this PMag magazine, 30-round magazine, all right? People were like, oh, well, it didn't come with 2 magazines. Like, what the hell, they only gave you 1? Well, you know, I got a decent deal on these Tapco magazines. Got a total of 10 of these things, so I'm good to go. 7.62 by 39, 10 magazines. Paid $39 plus shipping and handling, which is you can't get no better than that. This is a great deal. 10 magazines, all right? So, I got it, actually I found the deal on slickguns.com, and Brownells had the sale, all right? So, I believe the sale is non-existent anymore because it's like, everybody went through and they bought all of the magazines up. So good luck trying to find it, but you can always go on slickguns.com and put in a notification for them to contact you when it does come back up, all right? So let's talk about the firearm itself, all right? All right, so this is the Draco AK47 pistol, all right? Made in Romania, imported by Century Arms. It's got a nice matte black finish, okay? It's got the standard Kalashnikov wood grip, design wood grip, wood grip, all right? Wood grip. Yeah, so wood grip. So, all right, it's got the front and rear iron sights. All right, and what's special about the M89 is that the front sight is hooded. All right, your traditional AK-47s don't have the hooded sight. They're actually open, which I personally don't like because of the fact that if you do drop this thing and you drop it on the at the right angle on top of something, you can bend the front sight and you're pretty much screwed. So a lot of people, they actually, they like this hooded front sight, and a lot of them actually like the fact that you can mount a side rail on here, because you can't really mount anything. This is like a soft, I don't know if it's aluminum or steel, but it's very lightweight, and you can't really mount anything on this, okay? I think the M85s or the Draco Minis actually have the rear sight mounted on this dust cover here. But me personally, I just don't like that. So that's that. All right. Of course, it's cleared out, and I love the rack on this thing, man. It's like your traditional AK-47 rack. You know what I'm saying? You hear it in the movies all the time, all that shit. It's just cool. It's cool. It's like it's more like a novelty weapon, but at the end of the day, it is a weapon. It will kill you at the end of the day. From what I heard, It's got a loud bang to it. The recoil is you know, it's not really, I don't know if it's insane, but from what people are telling me, it's got a, you know, it's got a recoil to it. All right, a muzzle lift. Speaking of the muzzle, this muzzle brake here is actually, it's not a muzzle brake, it's a muzzle nut, and it's actually welded onto the muzzle. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get a Dremel, it's one of these things, all right, and you're gonna have to actually like sand this down, Dremel this weld, and break this weld, all right. If you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and do it. If not, you got to take it somewhere to have them actually, you know, sand that down so that you can put an aftermarket muzzle brake on it, all right, which I'm going to be doing later on, all right. It's got a sling mount on here, all right. What else? You can it has the Y stamp here. So you can actually convert this into a fully automatic if you want to, all right? Let's go ahead and put one of these mags in, these tactical magazines, to see how it looks. All right, so that's how it looks. I was looking at this gun on Nothing Fancy's page because he did a review on this, and this actually has like a 6.5 pound trigger. It's got a Tapco trigger. It's really nice. Really nice. It's lightweight. People were talking about it's got a trigger slap, which is like when the receiver comes back too far and it hits the hammer, I guess, and like you feel like the trigger like bump against your finger as you're shooting it. So for some reason, like I think they said that this the Dracos actually eliminate that trigger slap. All right. I don't know if I had covered the fact that it was built in Romania, imported by Century Arms, all right? So let's go ahead and break this down, all right? So I'm gonna take this magazine back out, and I'm gonna try to break this down, all right? Now the hardest part of breaking this down is indeed the dust cover, all right? A lot of people have been having problems taking this dust cover off and whatnot, so I'm gonna go ahead and make an attempt to take this off. Hopefully I'm lucky enough that I'm not gonna sit here and struggle with the damn thing, but let's see what happens. All right. So you gotta basically, to take this off, you gotta press in this button here, which is like a locking mechanism that is attached to this recoil spring. So you're gonna have to like press this in, and then you're gonna have to lift up on the dust cover. See, I was lucky enough to take it off with these. All right, lightweight. It's a steel one. For some reason I thought that this was aluminum, but it is steel. But it's very lightweight, all right? And just imagine, people actually like mount stuff on this shit, and it's as light as it is. Like if you drop this, if you drop your gun on the ground and then you bend this thing, like your zero is gonna be so off, it's not even funny. So to take the recoil spring out, you actually have to push it forward, all right, and then pull it back, all right? So when you're pushing it forward, you're actually taking it, hold on. You're actually taking it off of these grooves, because in the back here, you got grooves that this is attached to. So you slide it out the groove, and then you pull it back. This is your recoil spring. Looks like it's broke, but it's not broke, okay? You got two pieces here that are like linked together, and that's just part of your recoil spring. Like that's just the assembly, and that's just how it looks. So when you do get this firearm, don't go and take this apart and say, oh my God, this thing is broke, man. Look at my recoil spring, it's all fucked up. No, that's not the case, all right? So this is your recoil spring. And to take the bolt carrier out, you just simply slide it back to the rear, and then that's it, all right? So it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Of course, it hasn't been fired off yet. And this thing is just greasy as hell, man. I mean, when I first got this gun, everything from the pistol grip to the receiver to the wood grips, this entire gun was just covered in grease. And I don't know why they did it. I mean, I know why they did it. They want to basically preserve the gun and make sure that it doesn't rust or corrode or whatnot. But I mean, it's like they literally threw it in a box, took a bucket of grease and just dumped it all over the damn, the firearm. So it's like, super greasy as hell. All right, so anyways, this is your bolt carrier. All right. So easy to take out, easy to clean. When you're putting it back, you gotta slide it back, twist it, and then pull up. All right. Let me show you here. Slide it in, twist it, pull it up. That's it. And then you gotta make sure you hold this in place as you're putting it back inside of the gas block. Like, you gotta put it in, start from the back, find the grooves in the back, slide it forward, and you're good to go. All right. Take your recoil spring, put it in that hole right there. All right. All right. Set it inside the grooves. Make sure it's in place, and you're good to go. All right. Again, the gas, I'm sorry, not the gas, but the dust cover is a little difficult to put on as it was taking it off. So you have to find the grooves, because you do have some grooves here. Put it in the grooves, hold it there, push it down, give it a little bump, and you're good to go. All right, and of course, after you assemble everything, test it. God, I love that sound. Test it, make sure that it's sliding smoothly, and that's it. All right. Here's the safety lever. Safety lever is sticking as usual, as you do, you know, with any firearm or whatnot. I mean, it takes a while after you break it in a couple times. You're good to go. All right. It does loosen up. All right. So, yeah. The Draco M89, Romanian built, imported by Century Arms, AK47 pistol. Yes, it is a pistol. It's not a rifle. It's a pistol. So, as I do with all of my firearms, I'm going to go on the range, go to the range, shoot it off, test it out, come back, give the rest of my review, and that's about it.
We ain't shit, thought I told you 100 times, yeah. We ain't shit, why you always acting like you mine, yeah. We ain't nothing when you all over my fucking stage, yeah. We ain't nothing, girl, you need to wrap around your brain, yeah. You don't know me, I don't know you. Why you acting like you more than that? Don't attack, yeah. Fucked around and we done fucked around and got together, like, yeah. What the hell do you think this shit is? Yeah. Side at the time, I don't need it. I got your text, but I don't wanna read it. You bring the bullshit, I don't wanna see it. You bring the drama along. I'm getting high, but you need to go. I just think you need to go. I just thought that you would know. Yeah. I've been thinking lately, you've been acting crazy. I don't need you to save me. Love is getting hazy. All I gotta say is we ain't shit. But you call my phone, you're all alone, you're on your own. It's time you go.
Alright, so I just got back from the range, and I must say, as everybody say about these Dracos, alright, I've had a lot of fun with this on the range, okay? I mean, this thing throws out massive fireballs, okay? But I can only say 3 things that I don't really like on it, okay? Of course, the muzzle flip, okay, because it does, you know, doesn't have a muzzle brake on it. 2, the rear iron sight here is too narrow. This sight here is very hard to focus on the target because it's just so narrow. So what I'm gonna have to do is take a Dremel to this thing, widen it up a little bit, and I should be good to go there. All right. And last but not least, this pistol grip here is too far up, and what it's doing is that it's scratching this part here, this corner right here, this sharp edge right here is actually scratching right there on my right in the webbing there. Okay, so as I'm firing it, this thing is actually like rubbing on my, you know, the webbing on between my index finger and my thumb. So that is something I'm gonna have to try to fix there. I may have to put something like, to cover this up or something like that. Or when I, convert this into an SBR, there's actually a, actually no, the stock will have to be mounted right on the back here. But if I want to go with the brace or something like that, there's a piece that comes on that actually attaches to between the receiver and the pistol grip, so it actually covers this up here. But I don't know whether I'm gonna go with the brace here, or if I'm gonna go with the shock what's it called, the shock fin or something like that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but that is something that that is the reason why I'm having to wear gloves. If you guys seen in the video how I was shooting this with my bare hand, and then I had to swap it out with the gloves because of this issue here. So that's the part I really don't like about it. But other than that, I've had a lot of fun on the range with this pistol here. Didn't have any I did not have any ejection issues. I didn't have any feed issues or whatnot. And also I didn't put the amount of rounds through this thing as much as I would like to put through it, simply because of the fact that my range only had 2 boxes left of the 7.62x39. Okay, and the fact is that you can only shoot brass casings at this range, which I understand because of the simple fact that, like, if they want to reuse the brass casings, they don't have to sort out between the brass and the steel. They can just basically say, okay, here we go, we got all brass here, sweep it up, and we can basically reuse it. Okay, but I can completely understand that. But the night before, I went ahead and got 500 rounds of this of the steel cased ammo here, and these are the hollow point ones here. These are just my defensive rounds. I'm not going to be shooting these at the range or whatnot, but this is what I picked up the night before. So that's that. But I mean, this magazine is awesome. Also, as I was making this video, I had to cut away real quick because something just came in the mail for me. The side mount. I think I was telling you guys, I don't know if I told you guys before I went to the range, that I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attach this side mount rail here so that I can put a red dot sight on it. Okay? All right, because I'm not gonna, attach something directly to this dust cover here because of the fact that, it's just so soft. You know what I'm saying? Like you end up dropping this on something and you're pretty much done. You're done for. So that's the reason why I'm going with this side mount here, and I think it looks pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go expensive with the sight or anything like that because, again, this is just. This wouldn't be my primary go-to firearm. I would, of course, use my AR-15, but this is always good to have just in case. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to get an AK47. I don't know, because because I was presented the AR-15 first before the AK47. I had to basically grow on this. Like, I had to, find a reason why I would like to get one of these AK-47s first before, I buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like drinking beer for the first time. You don't like it, but then, like, after a while, after drinking so many beers, you kind of find the perfect one that you like, and you just drink that. You know what I'm saying? This is something you're gonna have to grow on. You know what I'm saying? It's either you go into AK-47s at first and you love it, or you go into AR-15s at first and you love it. I would say with the AR-15, you can do a lot more, because you can attach a lot more to it. However, the AK-47s, they have grips to where they have Picatinny rails on it, and you can put a flashlight on it, or, laser, or whatever you want. But I'm not going to do all of that with this. I'm just going to keep it bare for the most part and just attach this to it, and I'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this firearm. Oh, actually, before I even end this video, let's go ahead and open this up and see what it looks like in the inside. All right, there you go. Got the dust cover off. This is actually getting easier. Take this recoil spring out. Recoil spring is pretty clean. Everything is pretty clean. Looks pretty clean in there. All right, the hammer. All right, let's take the bolt carrier out. Bolt carrier's got a little bit of carbon buildup on it, but again, I've only shot what 40 rounds through this thing, so you know, it's decent. You know, I would say the next time I shoot this thing, I would have to clean it, but since this is out, I might as well. I'll put it all back together before. But yeah, anyways, it's fairly clean for the most part. Okay, got a little bit of residue on it, if you guys can see here. It's got a little bit of grit on it or whatnot, but nothing too serious. All right, so yeah, it's fairly clean. I would say next time when I shoot it, I would have to clean this thing, but for the most part, this thing runs pretty good. I didn't have any hiccups, no feeding issues, no ejection issues or anything like that. So that's all I would have to say about this firearm. So if you have any questions, let me know. Put it in the comment section below. That's all I got.